Just how powerful is a woman's sixth sense? All it took was a single hair she found on a scarf, so she decided to secretly follow her husband. Sure enough, he got off work early but didn't come home. Instead, he bought a big bouquet of flowers for who knows which other woman. But the last thing Aisha expected was for Vulcan to drive to his mother's house. Vulcan was surprised to see Aisha show up. Aisha said she just happened to drop by. When she learned he came by every day after work to care for his mom, Aisha was overwhelmed with guilt. It really seemed like she had misunderstood him. But when she brought the flowers in and asked the maid for a vase, the maid told her Vulcan hadn't visited his mom in over 6 months. He only called once in a while. Aisha was stunned by what she heard. Why would her husband lie to her? That night she couldn't stop thinking about it after returning home. She had gone against her family's wishes to marry this poor guy, and loved him with all her heart for more than a decade, but all she got in return were layers of lies. While she was still trying to make sense of it all, her husband came over and said he had to attend the mayor's dinner party. He wanted to get some FaceTime with the rich and powerful. Aisha said she'd been invited too, and asked Vulcan to bring her along. Vulcan clearly didn't want to but had no choice. When they arrived at the party, Vulcan tried to talk to the mayor, but the mayor just gave a polite nod then ignored him completely. It was painfully awkward. Seeing him so humbled, Aisha couldn't help stepping up to greet the mayor's wife. The lady recognized her right away, and warmly introduced her to everyone. Turns out Aisha once saved the mayor's wife's life as a doctor. The mayor was deeply grateful when he found out, and said his wife often spoke of her. Aisha then took the chance to introduce Vulcan to the crowd, praising him as a brilliant architect. Suddenly everyone warmed up to them. Just as the conversation was flowing, Aisha noticed the mayor's wife had golden blonde hair too, which unsettled her deeply. Then the lady gave her a tour of the exhibition area. Aisha was stunned to see the red wine at the party was exactly the same as the one Vulcan brought home days ago. Feeling overwhelmed, she stepped outside for air, and happened to run into Xiao and I, who worked there. Xiao and I was also one of Aisha's patients. She was often hurt by her husband at home. The two heartbroken women couldn't help but open up to each other. Xiao and I quickly picked up on Aisha's worries, and asked if she needed help. The next day Aisha asked Xiao and I to help track her husband. In return, she'd help her apply for free medication. Xiao and I agreed without hesitation. She followed Vulcan all the way to a private villa, and soon spotted him cuddling and getting close with another woman. She immediately called Aisha and told her everything. Even though she had mentally prepared for this moment, Aisha still couldn't catch her breath. Today was her husband's birthday, and looking at the carefully made cake on the table brought her to tears.